All right, so today we're going to read about rich people who are horrible with money can teach us a thing or two. Just listening or reading the topic, what do you think this article is about?
This article is about a big post by a newspaper
Mm-hmm.
who compare the rich people and the poor people. And they said in this article that if you earn a lot of money, you need a lot of money. See, if you earn a small amount of money, you you satisfy with your money. All all the family try to get up to manage with the money they have.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are really rich, you need to earn more money because you spend a lot. And if you are poor, you spend less. And one thing is important is you can earn money, but you must learn how to use it and not to spend too much and not to spend much than you earn.
Not to spend more than you have.
Not to spend more than you have.
That's right. All right, let's read the article now. Last week.
Last week, personal finance site Financial Samurai posted a blog that went viral.
Okay,
Scraping
that word, those two words are finance and financial, and the third one is viral.
viral,
Viral.
financial viral,
Okay.
and site. Scraping by on $500,000 a year. Why is it so hard for high-income earners to escape the rat race? If $500,000 is scraping by, it's time for serious financial literacy.
Okay, what is this word?
Financial.
Financial.
Financial. Financial.
Okay. And what does this mean? Financial literacy. Financial literacy. What does it mean?
Oh, I don't know. In fact, this first paragraph is really difficult for me to understand.
Okay. So in this first paragraph, we've got financial literacy. The word literacy is associated with being able to read and comprehend something. So that's what we call literate. If we're talking about financial literacy, it's the ability to understand money matters.
Okay.
And then we have the idiom, the rat race.
Yes.
The rat race is what we might think of a small rodent that runs in your house, is running from this corner to that corner in search of food or cheese, but it's such a nuisance. It's so annoying. So that's what the rat race is. You're going over here trying to get money, going over there to borrow money. Some people have 2 and 3 or more jobs so that they can support their family or themselves. Now we have this word scraping, which is associated with not scraping your skin, scraping your knee, or getting hurt, but you're just managing. You're barely managing. It's not enough. Even though this person has $500,000, it's not enough.
Okay.
So this is just talking about a blog that was posted by a financial samurai. Now, this person probably is not a samurai, but it alludes to something like an idiom. A samurai is someone who is very good at fighting with, I think, swords, an Oriental person.
Just one question, Dr. Priscilla.
Yeah.
Have you recorded this part of?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect, perfect. Because I could.
I'm speaking so fast. Okay. All right. What is a samurai?
A samurai is a warrior.
Okay. And so they're saying this about the financial person. He's a financial samurai. He is so good at what he does that he will defend it to his death. This is what they're talking about, the person who wrote the blog. He's really good at blogging about financial matters.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense now? A little?
Uh, Surely it will make sense when I listen it
All right.
almost 2 times.
All
Almost.
right.
Yes.
Paragraph 2.
Paragraph 2 is easier. The post points out that the expenses of a high-income family are almost a necessary part of earning a lot of money. As you can imagine, the post got some criticism for this.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, there are more expenses associated with being rich, and I won't pretend to know their struggle. Thought I hope to find out some way.
Though I hope to find out someday. And that's just saying although. Although and though is the same.
So I hope to find out someday. All I can say is there's one glaring difference between the financial struggles of the rich and the financial struggles of the poor. Opportunity.
Mm.
When you earn a lot of money, you have the opportunity to pay them, even if it does affect your lifestyle, or even your earning potential. When you don't earn a lot, you can only pay them so much. In other words, yeah, it sucks to take fewer vacations in a country that already doesn't vacation very much. But at least you have the option to do that.
All right. So here in this paragraph, this person that is writing the blog says that the expenses of a high-income family are necessary because without having money, it is not likely that the person will be able to make more money, right? In this sentence, the person that wrote this blog received a lot of criticism in what he said about it being necessary to have money to make money. The person that wrote the blog says he doesn't know for sure if that's true, but one day he hopes to find out. The way that he's going to find out, of course, would be he'd have to become rich. Now, he gives an explanation that the difference between someone that is poor or someone that struggles with his or her finances and the poor that struggles is that they may be the same. The difference is, the glaring difference is that the rich have an opportunity to stop spending so much and still have a wonderful life. This word glaring means to just, boom, it's in your face like the sun. You cannot help but feel it on your face. When you earn a lot of money, you have the opportunity to pare down, and that doesn't have to change your lifestyle to that of poverty. But someone who does not make a lot of money, even if they pare down, they are going to continue to struggle because what they had was not enough. Now, it says here, when you don't earn a lot of money, you can only cut back so much. If you live in a place where people take fewer vacations, well, then that's just how it is. If you're a person with a lot of money and that income is reduced, you still have the choice. You could perhaps take some vacations. Okay. All right, let's go on to this paragraph.
That's not even that strikes me about the breakdown thought.
Though.
What I found most interesting is that even at $500,000 a year, the couple profiled in the article seem to have the same financial problems as someone earning
financial
problem as someone earning $50,000 or less. They're overworked, stressed, and they can't figure out how to make ends meet. Let's be real, Dot. For most people, $500,000 a year, even with taxes and expenses, will solve a lot of problems. However, if this post teaches us anything, it's that money won't solve all our financial problems
Financial.
unless you learn to manage how to
Financial.
manage financial problems, unless you learn how to manage it. Sam addresses this issue in the piece. Golden handcuffs are incredibly tough to break, he says. It's true, and it's why personal finance is important.
Okay, so here it's talking about the couple that is featured in this article. It says that the person that's earning $500,000 a year has the same problem as someone earning $50,000 or less. All right. In this sentence, it says that they're trying to determine how is it that someone making $500,000 a year, even with their taxes and expenses, why do they have such problems? Why would they have a financial struggle? That's the question. In this sentence, it says that if we are to learn anything, you won't solve your financial problems unless you learn to manage your money. That's the only way to solve your financial problems, whether you're rich or poor. You need to manage your money. So the article is written by this person who says that golden handcuffs are incredibly tough to break. That's an idiom.
Okay.
He really isn't talking about handcuffs that you would use to take someone off to jail. But you can imagine that handcuffs are to bind you, keep you restrained. He uses the phrase golden, which means that gold is something rich and powerful in most cases. So even the rich find it difficult to break out of this bind of having money, not being able to manage it. Okay. Okay, this paragraph.
It brings to mind something Amy, author of the Complete Gazette, has to say about frugality.
Okay, and the word frugality means savor, someone who is very mindful of what they buy.
Okay. Nearly everyone that earns more automatically spends more. For this reason, regardless of their incomes, many families seem to have exactly enough to get by. Telling you to earn more instead of saving more is like saying, don't eat less, exercise more. When I learned that working a mile burned up the same amount of calories as an apple, I wonder how many miles I would have to run to burn the calories in a candy bar. It made more sense to give up the candy bar. Most Americans are running to burn up candy bars. They're running out of the house, running to the daycare center, running on the job, so they can't afford a candy bar and Nintendo games, meals at McDonald's, and designer sneakers.
All right, so here it's saying humans, as a general rule, if we have the money, we're going to spend it. Okay, so it's saying no matter how much money you have, you will find something to spend it on. Okay, here it says, when we have the saying, don't eat less, exercise more, then you can eat as many things as you want. And he gives it a comparison of if he runs a mile, he'll burn up the same amount of calories as eating an apple. So that doesn't sound like very much to me. So then it says that it makes more sense to give up a candy bar than to run 5 miles. It's easier to give because we don't want to do the extra work. Most Americans are running to burn up candy bars. So we exercise, we ride our bike, we go to the gym. And this is what we're doing. We're running out of the house to go to work. We're running to the daycare center to take the children. We're running to our jobs. So we have to get the money, and with the money that we earn, we buy candy, Nintendo games, cell phones, food at McDonald's, and designer shoes, all of which isn't necessary for a healthy lifestyle. You don't need fancy shoes, but we want them because we can afford them. If we can't afford them, we probably won't be buying them. Okay, this one.
Keep in mind, Amy's book was published back in the 90s when the middle class was still a thing. Still important, I suppose. But she still makes a good point. Despite earning more money, many people still end up behind because they forget or never learn some important money lessons. Here are a few points that came to mind when I read this post.
Okay, so here it's saying that although this person wrote a book in 1990, what she wrote then still applies today. Continue.
The best money skill had nothing to do with math. It's resourcefulness. Financial success has a lot to do with your mindset. Having money means having the freedom to make good financial decisions.
Okay, so here we're saying that money skills has nothing to do with math. We may be able to put money into the bank and know how much money we have, but if we don't use it correctly or properly, we are still going to have some problems. So when you think about your financial success, are you successful? It has to do more with what you think. So I would say my mother, who has always made a small amount of money, has been able to do more with her little money than I have been able to do with my huge salary. So having money means having the freedom to make good financial decisions. It doesn't mean that I do that, but I do have the freedom to do so. Okay, finally.
In other words, it's not enough to just earn more money. You want to know how to take control of that money too. $500,000 a year is a pipe dream for most of us. But to put it into a somewhat realistic perspective, good financial habits will help you to optimize the way you use a $1,000 bonus or $600 tax refund or $3,000 a year raise.
Continue.
It's not $500,000, but there are still ways the rest of us can make the most of smaller windfalls.
Okay, so here it says that it's not enough to just earn money, whether it's $10 or $100,000. It's how you take control of it. $500,000 a year is a pipe dream. Pipe dream is an idiom, something that you're hoping, but it is most likely not going to happen. So if we put this into perspective, the proper way of looking at something is a perspective. You will optimize your money by doing something different than just spending it for no real purpose if you receive the bonus, something that you would not expect it to get. If you have the good fortune of earning $1,000 in a bonus, look at what you are going to do with it, manage it. Whether that's a bonus of $1,000, a tax refund of $600, or even a $3,000 raise. Don't just spend it because you have it. All right? All right, let me stop here.
Cool. Thank you for the recording because I need to learn a lot about this article.
Okay,
sure.
did you enjoy this article?
Yes, but